Dad, welcome. We're continuing with the theory of production and cost, and we're going to look at some important graphs. The first one, we have the law of diminishing returns. And this states that if you combine fixed inputs with variable inputs, okay, so the fixed input, you can see this on the column, that's that fixed, land fixed 2020. So if you combine fixed inputs with variable inputs, now you can see here that's the variable labor, and labor is not fixed, they differ. So if you combine fixed with variable inputs, production processes will start, and then first marginal product will reach a maximum, then your average product will gain a maximum, and lastly total product will reach a maximum. So it's the points of maximum points is your marginal returns. You can see it also indicated in your blue block. First, your marginal product is a maximum, then average product, and then total product. You can also look at it if you have your graph with you in your textbook and you take a ruler and you move it. You will see that the ruler will hit firstly the maximum point of your marginal product, then hit the maximum of your average product, and only lastly the maximum point of your total product curve. Now, this occurs only in the short run, because in the long run, all variables and inputs are variable. It's not fixed. So this only occurs in the short run. This graph indicates the relationship between production and cost. So this is important to know, because if your cost is at a minimum point, where average variable cost and marginal cost is at a minimum, your your production processes will be at a maximum. So you will produce at capacity if your cost is at a minimum point. And lastly is your long run average cost. So this is in the long run. You will have economies of scale, which means that the more you produce, the cheaper it gets. You can see that the long run average curve cost is sloping downwards in that first quadrant, and output increases. Then you have constant cost, and then lastly you have your diseconomies of scale, which means your costs increases as your production and your quantities increase.